Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome Dan, Tripwire, Cathedora, Cello, Chu, Alex, Gormong, Matt, Zeri, Mr. Jove, how's it going? Ace Midman, good to see you. As for myself, I'm doing pretty good. It was a bit of a day yesterday. Yes, I brought home my new baby kitten, Kimchi. That's Mr. Kimchi. And it's been going fairly well, I think. It's hard to say when you get a new pet. It's like they need to get used to the environment and they need to learn how to trust you and everything. And he is very, very nervous. If I reach out to like touch him or pet him, he'll like kind of go back a little bit and look very cautious. So for the most day, I tried to let him kind of be on his own and just get used to his surroundings. And he was exploring. But then he found a comfy spot and just curled up and went to sleep. So that made me very happy to see. Not only he could do that, but he picked a very open spot to do it, like in the middle of the room, not hiding, underneath the bed or some other place that's really hard to reach. And then I went for it and I just picked him up and put him in this like little cat bed that I got for him, this like little donut thing. And he loved that. He really, really loved it. But it's just been kind of hard to figure out what something needs when it can't tell you that. So I've just been trying to make sure I'm patient with not only him, but myself. We're definitely two strangers right now, but I'm just trying to do whatever I can to make him feel safe. I've been very nervous, so, you guys know me. I have really high anxiety, and I've just been so scared that like I'm doing something wrong or that I'm not like maybe the right person for him. But it's way too early to think of anything like that. He's 4 months old. He's just a little tiny baby and he's just a little scared. And he did get to a point where he let me like kind of pet him and rub his belly, and he licked my hand. So I feel like all things considered, it's going really well. A lot of people, when you get a cat, you don't see them for like the whole first day, But I've just been a little worried. I'm a little anxious, just trying to make sure I'm doing what he needs. And he was sniffling a lot and sneezing yesterday. When I picked him up, he had already been in the car for a while. So when I got the cat from the lady, she was like, he's been kind of sniffly, like he was in good health, like right before we left. I don't know if he's just really stressed. But let me know, and if he keeps sneezing, then I can send you some medicine. I'm like, okay. But the poor little guy's been really sniffly. Lots of sneezes. And my biggest worry right now is he hasn't touched his food yet. And that's what I think what's making me kind of the most on edge right now. I've been letting him do it at his own pace. This morning, I offered him some treats and he was very cautious, but he did eat the treats and seemed to like that. So I feel like that helped me relax a little bit. But I just hope he eats his food and goes potty, as he hasn't done that yet. But, he's a creature with his own decisions to make, and we'll see if he comes up. He hasn't tried coming up the steps yet. He's so small that he looked like the steps were a little daunting for him. So right now, mainly, he's just been hanging out in the living room downstairs. That seems to be like his safe place. So I left him in his little donut bed and put a blanket on it in case he gets cold. Yes, he has like really thin, short hair. And while he does kind of pull back a little bit when I go to pet him, he's letting me pet him, and I can see him, you know, when cats like kind of elongate their neck so that you can really get under there. And he closed his eyes, so I think we're having really good starting points, but I'm admittedly still in the worried stage, you know? If he gets to a point where he's comfortable coming up here, I was gonna put a cat tree back here, but you know, it's just too early to kind of see what he likes and what he is comfortable with. So I will bring him on camera at some point, but I am very doubtful that will be today. He's still very, I don't think he trusts me yet when I pick him up. So I want to go on his terms to make sure that I set a good foundation, you know? Yeah, so I know that some people are hearing for the first time I got a new cat. This is him. His name's Kimchi. He's 4 months old. He has a bit of a cold right now, so he's sneezy and all boogery. Just don't be mad if he walks on your instruments. I was wondering if I should maybe... I'm going to see what he does when he does come into this room, but I never had an issue with Baloo doing that, but let's see. We'll see when we get there. For Aaron M. and Josh, welcome. Fredster, welcome. He did one thing though yesterday that was so funny. He's a Burmese. He was exploring the house, and I could tell he was trying to see, his cats feel safe when they're like on a high point. For Crab, thank you. Almost half a year listening to great music with a great community. Thank you so much. Yeah, his name's Kimchi. He's a kimchi cabbage boy. So he was looking for like what he could jump on to be at a high point, and he tried jumping on the counter above the dishwasher, but he grabbed the handle to the dishwasher, and in slow motion I just saw him fall with it open, and he landed in the water bowl, and I was like, oh god, no. Now he's like traumatized. And so he had all these like little wet chunks of fur. It was just like crying, and I'm just like cleaning up the mess and laughing a little bit. I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. But that happened the first like 5 minutes out of the carrier. I drove 2 hours to pick him up, and he was silent in that carrier like the whole way back. But now that he's been out of it, he's much more vocal. I brought the donut into his little donut bed into my bed, and we fell asleep there. But at some point in the night, I think around like 5 a.m, he got up and was singing. He was just meowing and exploring. But luckily that didn't last too long. That was probably for like 30 minutes. And then he fell asleep on the couch in the living room. So yeah, he's a bit of a chit-chatter for sure. Alex, thank you for 3 months. Happy to hear that the baby is getting acclimated. Yeah, I think we're off to a good start, but I am, again, a little on edge still, just because I'm worried about making sure that he feels safe, and he hasn't eaten or gone potty yet. So that's been making me quite concerned, but I know that I also have to keep doing my own routine. Yesterday I didn't do anything. I just sat on the couch next to him, making sure he felt safe. So overall good, but I'd be lying to say I'm not a bit anxious right now, you know? But I know that a lot of people relate to this with like when you get a new pet, and there is a learning period where you learn to, you know, trust each other. Dodgeball, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Unleashing the Franks. Gifts for the new kitty. Well, he has lots of toys. He's got his little cat tree downstairs and his little kitty bed and his treats and all the things. Ben, oh my gosh, Ben, a full year now? Thank you. Thank you so much. I know that you really like 1,000 Years. Do you want me to play that song for you or maybe a different one? For Big SKKS, hi, welcome. Siamese are known to have cries that sound like a baby. Burmese also are very talkative, but their voice is a bit quieter and a bit more lower pitch. His is kind of gravelly and low and kind of muffled. Bit of coffee. Yeah, of course, Ben. Joe, thank you for gifting a sub to Kimchi Cat. Oh, and my allergies are still having a pretty rough time. We're gonna see how singing goes today. Let's start with the classic. You guys know what I'm gonna do. A little bit of Unravel. I did my violin warm-ups and he wasn't screaming, so I hope that means that he doesn't mind the violin that much. But I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Oh, I forgot to close a program that my computer takes a bit of energy to make happen. Ooh, I don't know if it's gonna let me close it now. Ner. I guess I'll wait and see if it's an issue. I have been shutting down my computer for longer periods to give it kind of like a resting period, because it has been struggling a little bit. Let me know if we're having issues with drop frames, and I have a couple strategies that might be able to help with that. Oh, wrong playlist. Oh, we also had Zeri gift a sub to Cabbage Cat. He's my little cabbage boy. He's just a little cabbage kitty cat. Kimchi. While I have been really nervous, it has been also mixed in with these like really sweet moments when I go downstairs and I see his little donut bed and I just see his little ears perking up. It's just like, oh, my heart. He's so cute. We'll see how well this shirt does today. It's another one of those like big sleeve ones that I like, but that can sometimes get in the way of playing certain instruments. So I'm hopeful it won't get in the way, but we'll see. Let's see. For Blue as Pog, welcome. Thank you, Cathedora. I usually kind of stray away from yellows and oranges because I feel like they don't work as well with my pale skin, but I like the style of it a lot. The back's really pretty too. It's one of those like tie up in the back ones, like a little bottom. Thank you, Gigios. Thank you, Ace Midman. Thank you. Of course, it's another one of my Poshmark finds. You guys know I'm always trying to find more kind of unique used, thrifted clothing. It's one of my favorite things. I love it. It's better for the environment and your wallet. Yeah. Admittedly, after every song, I'm definitely having an ear perk to see if I hear any kitty cat cries, but he seems fine. I really hope the violin doesn't bother him. With Baloo, my last cat, he did not like the violin at all. But so far, so good. I keep looking towards the stairs, too, to see if he'll be brave to come upstairs. He hasn't come upstairs yet, so... And I'm not gonna make him do anything. I just want to make him feel safe and comfy. And right now he feels the most safe and comfy on his little donut bed in the middle of the living room. So that is where he shall be. So I know Ben wants to hear 1,000 Years. I might do like 3 or 4 songs just to get, back in the groove of streaming. I hope you guys had a nice weekend, by the way. Let me know if anyone got into anything. My weekend was good. I just practiced a lot and edited, and then yesterday I spent the whole day just really driving. It was a 2-hour drive to get kimchi and then the 2 hours back, and then we were both exhausted, after all of that. He was a little angel in the car though. He didn't cry at all. He just curled up. And then I just watched Korean shows to make kimchi feel welcome. My mom introduced me to this show, Attorney Woo or something like that. Some of you mentioned or recognized it when I talked about it in Discord, but I'm really enjoying that show. It's very charming. It's very cute. What do I want to do? I kind of want to do Farm Boy from Final Fantasy VII, I think. It's not too flashy of a piece, just a comfy, cozy one. Maybe since I know Kimchi's downstairs, I'm trying to play some pretty soft ones, Let's see. Yeah, everything's good. Again, I'm a little nervous still, just as, getting a new cat. We're still getting used to each other, and I've just been a little concerned because he hasn't touched his food yet or gone potty. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm just working on his own time and making sure that I do whatever I can to make him feel comfy and that he wants to do that, What's this? I feel like a pin or something. Also, I'm on edge because when I walked in here, there was a spider dangling in the middle of the room, and I was like, no! I think he went up back on the ceiling. Ugh. But I'm trying not to kill spiders. I'm trying to just cohabitate with them. But man, when they enter my space, I'm like, no, I don't want to kill you. That means you need to stay away from me, please. I beg you. Bob the spider. I've noticed him in the room the past couple days. Yeah, we have a couple pretty scary ones down here. We got wolf spiders, and if you get bit by one, like, it hurts, but you're fine. I haven't been bit by one before, at least to my knowledge. And then there's brown recluses. Brown recluses are very potentially dangerous. If they bite you, you might need to, like, go to the hospital. Some people are fine if they bite you, but some people, if you get like a ring around your bite, then you have to go to the hospital. But I used to live in an attic space when I first moved here because it was really cheap. It was like a finished attic in a way, but it was still like floorboards in the top of the house sort of a vibe. And that's where brown recluses hang out. So I was really forced to overcome my phobia of spiders. And the thing is, though, with the brown recluse, while it is very dangerous, it's called the recluse because it wants to stay away from you. And I learned that their bites actually can't bite through clothes. So in order to get bit, you have to be like naked and like roll on it. Like, so it's not as much of a concern that you might think. But for anyone that does, you know, live in this area of the South, you do want to just make sure that if you have an older house or something, you might want to like tap your shoe before you put it on. When I lived in the attic, I would like have to shake out my pants before I put them on. And like one time one did fall out of the pant leg and I was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Or like before I go to bed, I'd shake the sheets. I was like doing this, and sometimes you would see a little like but again, if you make your presence known, they will get the hell away from you. So I just got used to like hilariously making a scene if I did anything. You know, I'd be like, here I come, stomping closer to the bed area. Look at me approaching this space. If you're here, you might want to leave. My roommates downstairs probably loved that. Am I originally from the South? No. I grew up outside of Boston, Massachusetts, and I will always be a Boston girl at heart. I love that city more than anything. But when I graduated college, you know, I had my degree in professional music, and I was like, I should probably go to try it out in Music City, because Nashville's known as Music City. And I was like, I think people in the South like the violin too, so this might work out. And luckily it did for the most part, I can confidently say. Oh, Zelda music. I got my Tears of the Kingdom yesterday. I didn't open it up because I was mostly just focused on keeping an eye on little Kimchi. Boston, yeah. My Boston, I don't really have an accent of any sort. There's a couple words that if I don't think about it, they'll come out. Like phone, if I don't think about it, phone charger. I don't usually do the ER at the end. I have less ERs at the end of things. I've got a Tears of the Kingdom hangover this morning, and work sucks as a result. Well, you must have gotten a lot done. Oh, Boston, you're my home. Yes, indeed, Sniper. I hope that makes me happy to hear, Celeste. I still have to beat Tears of the Kingdom. I'm at like the final, you know, go to Hyrule, face Ganondorf. But as you know, I have a delightful habit of getting to the end of a game and not finishing it because it makes me sad to think about finishing it. So then I just don't. For Doc, what's up? Saw you pop in just now. Thanks for the message, by the way. That made me feel a lot better. I'm trying to write more of my originals in that format, so that was very helpful. You never really finished Breath of the Wild. That sounds like such a wise statement for some reason to me. I'm struggling with the new Zelda. I keep dying and all my weapons break all the time. It's just a part of the game, man. For Fruckster, welcome, by the way. I'm doing very well. How are you doing? Hunt beer, more facts about brown recluses. They tend to stay near walls and they don't make webs and usually use little venom. Yeah, I was surprised to hear that they don't make webs. So like if you see, for instance, like a spider on your wall or on the ceiling, it's not going to be a brown recluse. They just stick to corners. Like they basically just go around the perimeter of your house and try and find any dead bugs on the ground. So that was one thing that helped me identify spiders a bit better, is that the wolf spider looks similar to a brown recluse. It's easy to mix them up. But if you see a web or if it's like climbing out in the open, it's not a brown recluse. Waiting for the hockey game to start. Who's your team? I only got into hockey recently because one of my friends used to play in the bands that like would be in between the periods, and they would get free tickets. And so I got to go see the Nashville, unfortunately named Predators. That's our hockey team. The Nashville Predators. But I admit I've become a fan of the team after watching so many games. And the fans are crazy. They're wild. They throw catfish on the ice. I still don't really know why. What's the really big ones that sit in the corner of the rooms? Brown recluse, probably. Not probably. People say you can identify them because they have what looks like a violin on their back. Finland's your team. Oh, the World Cup. I gotcha. Very cool. Are you from Finland? Growing up in Australia, I once gave my apartment to a spider. Came back later when he moved out. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that Australia has some pretty wild bugs. Better than the Nashville offenders. If I had my choice, we'd be like, you know, the kimchis, probably. I was going to say the cougars, but that's also kind of funny. All right. I hope you guys don't. I know I haven't really played much music yet. I was just excited to talk to everybody. Man, I didn't play violin yesterday as I was, mainly just focusing on kimchi. Oh, it makes me feel really good to play some violin right now. I do have a lot of videos. A lot of videos. Not as much pictures yet. He's been having a hard time. He's been having a hard time with his little cold or allergies that he's having. He's all boogery and sneezing, so his little face is like all sticky and gross. So I haven't been taking as many pictures. I'm also trying to not put the camera too much in his face. I know I'm being way too much about this. I just I'm very empathetic and I'm a very sensitive gal, and I want this cat to be safe and happy and trusting, and so I'm just still worried, in the worried stage as a new cat mama. I just really hope he eats today. If he doesn't eat today, I'm gonna have to call his owner and be like, what do I do? Should I take him to the vet? But yeah. You're probably gonna need to get a new instrument from Myanmar, or maybe a Korean zither. I mean, I'm down. But my next dream instrument, as you guys know, is gonna be, excuse me, the omnichord. That's like my next dream instrument. You mean his previous owner? You're his human now. Sure. He's my buddy. I think he's gonna be just fine. It just takes a few days. I think so too. Like, I don't mind if he's like shy or backs off of me still. I just want to make sure he has his little tummy filled. Would you, if you're playing electric violin? I'm open to it, but if I'm being honest, I just don't really like how they sound as much. And I don't typically like how they look. I really love the look of the violin. I think it's such a beautiful instrument. Not knocking any electric violin players, obviously. And I think there are really cool things that you can do with it. But I just really love the acoustic violin. And I think, every time I play my violin, I'm working on things to get better on with it. And I don't think I'd be making as much progress if I played on an electric. Whereas with the acoustic, I'm listening actively for very particular things. You get more sounds out of the acoustic, like your bowings, you get more variety. And I want to put all my time and effort into trying to get as close to mastering those as I can. So I feel like if I did the electric, I wouldn't be getting as much out of it, if that makes sense. Oh, for Frogster, I've been there. It's hard, but I believe in you. I know that this is probably going to disappoint people. I used to be a smoker, and quitting was really, really hard, but it was so worth it on the other side. The only thing that helped me get through it was the patch. I was using the patch, and that really helped. But yeah, it was exercising for me and wearing the patch. Because when you wear the patch, if you try and cheat and smoke, you feel sick. It's just too much nicotine in your system, which sucked, but then you they go down until you eventually have none of it. But that was the method that I thought was the most helpful if anyone, is looking for advice. Hey, Jojo. Oh yeah, for Frogster, one of my friends did that and it worked for them too. The little patch, or the I know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna do Frontier Village Dolly, and then I'll do 1,000 Years for Ben. Sorry to make you wait for that, Ben. I'm just a talker today. I just like talking to you guys. This is gonna sound so corny, but I mean it. I feel like I'm trying so hard right now to like play everything as comforting and loving as possible for Kimchi. I'm just like trying to play for it's hard for me to explain it. I'm just trying to play for a way that will make him feel comfy and safe and loved. I'm going to do a run through of this piece without the track and kind of keep that feeling in mind that I'm trying to fill this house with, you know? And then I'll do 1,000 years. For Cold Nebo, welcome. How are you doing today? Spice Icy James. Gamba the Bard, welcome. I love that song. It's like one of my favorite video game songs. It was fun. I was talking to another video game musician, and we were talking about Final Fantasy music, and they said something like, "Oh, but like no one really cares about Frontier Village Dolly." And I was like, "What? No." So you're saying it's a bad day to request all the boss battle themes? I mean, I'll do it, but I'm definitely trying to milk the sweet sounds. I don't like that sentence I started. I'm just going to stop. Anyway, I'm gonna play this without the track. Do you know any Kingdom Hearts music? Yes, I do. I have Dearly Beloved and Simple and Clean and kind of a random one, but it's the song from the Pinocchio level when you're inside Monstro the Whale. It's like this really sweet sounding fiddle piece that I love. So I did that. I was going through Elden Ring's soundtrack and it's very relaxing, but I haven't found a song yet that like I would describe it almost as atmospheric music. I've described that before, but sometimes if some music is too ambient and doesn't have like enough of like a clean melody, I don't usually take it to learn the piece because there's not enough kind of meat in it, if that makes sense. Meat. Hello to Germany. Welcome in for SDG. SDG. There we go. Okay, this is for kimchi. I'm gonna try again. couple little iffy moments there. Okay, we are ready for 1,000 years. I hope Kimchi liked that. This sweet little baby boy. He's so tiny, you guys. His little eyes are like half of the first index of my pinky. It's just like these tiny, oh my god, he's so small. The poor thing. He's so confused. All right, 1,000 years. SD, thank you for the follow. All right, so we are gonna do 1,000 years. Close the vlog, which I am endlessly editing. It's so close to being done. 1,000 years. Kimchi is probably plotting revenge on the dishwasher, right? Oh my god, it was so funny, but I felt so bad for him. My poor little guy. Alright. Shall we? Oh my god, for Celeste, this is worth retelling the story, it's short. He was trying to jump on the counter and he grabbed the handle of the dishwasher instead, which made the dishwasher open, and he fell with it into his water bowl. And I was like, oh no. Because it was like within the first 10 minutes of being in the house, I was like, oh goodness gracious, now he's like, now he's scarred. And he wasn't ready for me to touch him, so he just had patches of wet hair sticking in directions. I was like, oh my god, little baby. I got him cleaned up though. He's just like, oh, kimchi. Kimchi bimchi. Demimchi kimchi bimchi. Let's see. Okay. Laugh, thank you for a resub for half a year. Thank you so much. Let me know if I can play you something. Oh, shoot. Okay, take two. Okay, deep breath, girl. So sorry, everybody. I'm so nervous. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1. That works. Let's get some strings in on this action. get my nerves out. For Rudolph, thank you for a resub, as well as Sardo Numsy. Let me know if I can play something for you guys. I'd love to.
And promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, but watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in all she is. How to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, but watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow.
Freya, welcome. Thank you. Let me know if I can play you something.
I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more.
Do a little violin solo.
I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 and more. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more.
I'm still unsure of how I want to build that chord at the end. It's an F sus4. Oh, maybe I should resolve it. For Hailstorm, I love that so much. It kind of fits perfectly as I got myself a brand new kitten just yesterday. He's 4 months old. His name is Kimchi. He's downstairs in his little bed, and this is the first time he's hearing me play music. I spent yesterday just making sure I was very calm and quiet, but I was worried about how he'd react to me playing the violin, but he's not crying. I'm not hearing him yell or seem upset. He's still very, very skittish and very, very shy. When I go to pet him, he kind of pulls back his ears a little bit as he's scared. So I'm just making sure to go really slow with my little Kimch, the Kimchimch, the Kimchi Bimchi Bim Bim. I do have a song that I like to sing for him, though. I feel like I kind of want to maybe wait to show you until I can get him up here. Yes, Butley, I picked him up yesterday. I got little Kimchi yesterday. He had a long drive. I really wanted to get a Burmese cat, but they're very hard to come by, especially for some reason in Tennessee. So I found a woman who was looking to give this cat a home, but she was from Georgia, which would have been like a 5-hour drive. And I was like, oh no, I do it is I really want this cat. And she said that she was actually going to a cat show and she could meet me in Chattanooga, which is a 2-hour drive from me. And I was like, totally. So I got in the car yesterday and had a little road trip, and I picked up little Kimchi yesterday. And he was completely quiet the whole way home. And then when I took him I just opened the crate and let him kind of come out on his own time. And then he was talking a lot. But he's still very, very shy. I've been a little nervous, just, trying to read him as well as I can. I've been anxious about just trying to make him feel safe. And, this little Kimchi. He had a lot. Yeah, he was checking everything out for sure. But I got him a little kind of donut cat bed, and he seems to really like that. So he's just snuggled up in that downstairs. But I've been singing to it's from the movie or the Broadway musical Chicago. There's a song the main character does where she sings to her pretend baby. She's in prison, and she's like, oh, if I have a baby, if I say I'm pregnant, then they're gonna not go as hard on me. So she has this big show and dance about that. But instead of saying, look at my baby and me, I say, look at my Kimchi and me. Look at my Kimchi and me. We're quite the duo, now don't you agree? I was a once now, but now I'm a we. 'Cause I've got my Kimchi, my cute little Kimchi. Look at my Kimchi and me. I'm gonna do Rito's Village. celebrate the new release for Zelda. Thank you, JT Moneybank, as well as Cupcake Georgie, for the follows. I appreciate that very much. Also, Vegan Robot, welcome. The fact he isn't constantly hiding under the couch is already a win. Absolutely, Vegan Robot. And you're not going to believe this, but he actually let me touch his tummy. When he was in his little bed, I tried to test the waters, and I scratched a little bit around his ears and his chin, and he just rolled on his back. And so I started petting his little tummy, and he licked my hand, and I was like, oh, wow, this is going great. Yeah, usually cats will hide for like weeks. So the fact that we're doing that well so far, I feel really good about. I've just been already kind of an over-worried cat owner because he hasn't eaten yet. I know he's been really stressed, but, you know, I just feel bad. I hope he feels safe enough to do that soon. It's so weird for me knowing that there's someone else in the house again. I live alone, and when I lost Baloo, it was just me. And now there's another little friend. I think I'd like to do Ordon Village. What's the Tuska Festival? That sounds fun. I'm going to do Ordon Village from Twilight Princess. I've done this one as a loop before as well. It's really simple. It's just really relaxing. I forgot I used to do the pizzicato. Cute. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm kind of purposely picking all these like really calm songs for little Kimchi to hear. I'm going to stick to playing violin for a bit longer. Sessions, welcome. It's good to see you. Thank you, Rigatron. That makes me happy to hear. I've been working for my violin lessons really hard lately on doing really long, slow bows. It's always the simplest stuff that's the hardest to do, you know? Oh, hey, since we got Butley here, why don't I do downstream? A little bit of coffee. I haven't been hearing any meowing, so I guess he's having a nice little nap. To Kimchi Bimchi. Man, I was having trouble focusing there. My mind was bouncing between a couple things. Kimchi, and I've also been working really hard on this classical thing for violin lessons that I'm doing. And I drilled it so much on Saturday, like all day. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I have it memorized. It's like the last step. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Kreutzer number 8. Okay. I'm gonna find my note first. I'm so nervous. Okay, I can do it. No, I'm so close. No. Trash. But I proved to myself I have it memorized now. It feels awful doing it with headphones on. I should have just taken them off. One step at a time, right? For Folly, I saw that you asked for Wouldn't It Be Nice? I will, of course, play that for you. It's a lovely song. Before I do that, though, I'm going to take a quick break to check on the little Kimchi bear and use the restroom real quick. And then I'll be back and we'll do Wouldn't It Be Nice? And maybe some other loops. Hey, Telefunkins! I have a Telefunken mic. You might have noticed that. Small world, huh? Okay, let's take that quick little break here. Put on some nice Harvest Moon, and I'll be right back. Pencils! Kimchi's all curled up in his little donut bed downstairs. He seems happy in there. Gave him a little pet. I get so nervous because when I pet him, he'll like do these little cries, and I'm like, should I not do this? Should I not touch you? I don't know. I just want him to be okay. He hasn't been able to come upstairs yet. He's really little. He jumped up the first step and then seemed a little overwhelmed, so he went back to his little bed. That's like his safe area. So I will show you Kimchi once he gets more comfortable, but it looks like he's really still very, very anxious. So I'm just giving him his time, you know? The Kimchi Bimchi. Yeah, he like fumbled up the first one. I was saying earlier, Pencils, that yesterday when I got him, I unzipped the little carrying bag and he was exploring and crying a little bit. And he tried to jump up on the counter, but grabbed the handle to the washing machine, which then fell open with him hanging on to it, and he fell into his water bowl. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Now he's scarred. He doesn't seem to mind the violin, which I'm very happy about. I was nervous. I didn't play violin the first day, but when I come downstairs, he just still is all cuddled up in his little box, or his little bed. Sari, thank you for the dono, and of course I can play some E6 for you. You got it. I mean, I was just so happy to see that he wasn't hiding under the bed the whole day, because that's kind of what I was expecting. He's comfortable enough with me to like lay down next to me on the couch and stuff, but whenever I go to reach towards him, he'll like kind of go back a bit. He ate some treats out of my hand this morning though, so that's good. All right, so we're gonna do Wouldn't It Be Nice? Okay. So we're gonna do tempo like 102 maybe. I'm gonna record a kick drum real quick. You'll hear the metronome for just a second. We're talking about a cat. Here, I got a picture of him. That's Kimchi. I just picked him up yesterday, and he is 4 months old. He's really tiny and very, very shy. He's cutie pie. Yeah. For Jersey, by the way, welcome. How are you? It's good to see you. Burpee. Okay. So I need guitar first. Or no, I was gonna do kick drum. Okay. Gonna hear a quick little kick and a little metronome just for a second. That's all we need. Keep it simple. And then let me do this real quick too. Yeah. Like, I'll admit, I'm kind of a bit of a nervous wreck about it right now, just because he's so scared of me, and it's hard because, like, you know, I don't know what he's feeling. I don't know what his meows mean and things like that. So I'm just trying to be really, really, you know, calm and respect his space. I think, you know, given a couple days or a couple weeks, he's going to start to open up a bit more. But right now he's very cautious. So I'm just respecting his comfort, you know. Yeah, overall, though, he is doing fairly well. I checked on him downstairs, and he looks like he's not covered in boogers as much today. So hopefully the little cold he had is going down a bit. I had to clean his little face this morning. Less boogies, yes. Yeah, like from what I've learned with cats is that you just need to give them their space and let them know that they are safe and not rush into it. Okay. 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 Now we gotta do the B section. Let's do some strings now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. for Fuggums. Thank you very much for 3 months. I really appreciate that. Let me know if I can play you something. As well as Zane for the follow. Thank you.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older and we wouldn't have to wait so long? And wouldn't it be nice to live together in the kind of world where we belong? You know it's gonna make it that much better when we can say goodnight and stay together. Wouldn't it be nice if we could wake up in the morning when the day is new, and after having spent the day together, hold each other close the whole night through? What happy times together we'd be spending. I wish that every kiss was never ending. If we were older and we wouldn't have to wait so long, and wouldn't it be nice to live together in the kind of world where we belong? You know it seems the more we talk about it, it only makes it worse to live without it. Oh, wouldn't it be nice?
I'm wondering if I could add something else to that song to help kind of... I like how simple it is, but... Let me see. Piano, maybe? Thank you, Folly, for the bits. Egg actually would be kind of nice. Ooh, it's hard this slow. It pushes my egg skills to the limits. Let's see. I kind of want to do Wake Me Up When September Ends. I feel like they kind of complement each other. How about the washboard? Might be a bit aggressive. I can hear you saying that in like a scolding manner, Pencils. Everyone needs more egg practice. Let's see.
when September ends. Like my father's come to pass, 7 years have gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I have lost. Wake me up when September ends. Summer has come and passed, 7 years have gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Ring out the bells again, like they did when spring began. Wake me up when September ends. Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I have lost. Wake me up when September ends.
Such a pretty melody. Oh, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about your priority request for Eve 6. I've got you, my friend. Inside Out. How are you doing, by the way, Pencils? It's always nice when I get to see you. School and work have been going well? I feel like if I have Pencils here, I should do one of my Radiohead ones. Let's see. Inside Out, I don't have a template for. I just do it from scratch. So we're going to open up template. I'm good. Lots of work. Hope you're letting yourself get some rest time. I got to run soon, too. Allergies, I don't want to over complain about it. You guys have heard me complain about it a lot. I've been having a really hard time working with my seasonal allergies this year. It happens every spring. But I've gone for a run a couple times and I just felt like my lungs were it felt like sharp pains in my lungs. So I've been trying to avoid going outside too much, which sounds so sad. But I think I'm going to try and just push through. Yes, I know that my mental health is going to get better if I get back to running. Thank you, Telefunkins, for the follow. I've been admittedly having a bit of a rough patch with my mental health. I'm working on it and, I'm in therapy and stuff, but man, depression is real. Right, and then I make a kick drum real quick. And I think I've been overthinking little Kimchi. I'm just so scared he doesn't like me. Sorry to be very vulnerable for a moment, you guys. Just trying to work through it the best I can. Vince, yes, welcome. Okay, we're going to start with the piano. I learned some new shortcut things, which make this easier to do. Darth, welcome as well. It's always nice to see you. How are you? All right. Octave lower. And to get a little more boost out of it, yeah, that will work. One, two. That is incorrect. Okay, we need an A, an E, and a B. Just gotta see this wavelength. 1, 2. Ah, yeah. Okay. 1, 2. Yes, Joe. Perfect. Okay. I do want to fix this one though. I anticipated a chord. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That should do it. Now we need to add strings. And then I can sing on it for you guys. I think I'll do the pedals here, 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 and here. That should work. All right, let's do it.
choke on the raps, but the lack of the earth leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith and nothing. Put my tender heart in a blender, watch there to beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. I burn like a wicker cabinet, chalk white and door suffering. I see our time is getting stale. The tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I want to tear it off the wall. I hear words and clips and phrases, I think sick like ginger ale. My stomach turns and I exhale. I was on my bread, I would choke on the raps, but the lack of the earth leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith and nothing. Put my tender heart in a blender, watch Sarah do beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. SoCal is where my mind stays, but it's not my state of mind. I'm not as ugly as sad as you. Or am I origami, folded up and just pretend, demented as the motives in your head. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the ribs, but the lack of the earth leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith and nothing. Put my tender heart in a blender, watch Sarah do beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Burn like a wicker cabinet, chalk white and no suffering. I see our time has gotten stale. The tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I want to tear it off the wall. I hear words and clips and phrases, I think sick like ginger ale. My stomach turns and I exhale. I was swallowing my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack of earth leave me empty inside. Swallow me down, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. I wanna put my time all in a blender, spin around to beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you.
Your talent hypnotizes. It sounds unique, touching, amazing. I don't know how to say exactly. Thank you. That made me kind of emotional reading that. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. I've been going through my own little rough patches lately. I've had some really good highs too. But man, you've helped me get through a lot. I hope you know that. I kind of want to do Subterranean Homesick Alien. And I'm going to take my time with this one. I have an idea that might sound really funny, but I think it could be really cool. So I'm going to test it out. We're going to see how it goes. For Nova Gina, if you're still here, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Butchman. And Anticipatory Mind, thank you for the follow. Thank you, everybody, so much. This is, again, one of my more ambitious loops. I feel like some might even say this song was never meant to be looped, but I wanted to do it so badly. You guys have noticed probably when it comes to me picking a song to loop, I don't worry about how necessarily loopable it is, which, you know, has learned in a lot of long loops and me figuring out how to trim it down in a way where it's not too long. I'm probably going to pre-record some more layers of this one that I'm going to do for you, but for today, I want to try a different technique I learned. I thought I heard a little kimchi noise. When I woke up this morning, I saw a bunch of things had fallen over in the sink, and I was like, someone was active. Someone was running around the countertops. The kimchi bimchi. Okay, this all looks good. Let's do it. Hey, Elton. So I have an idea. It's going to sound kind of crazy, but I just want to experiment. I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to do it.
The smell of the warm summer air. I live in a town where you can't smell things. Watch your feet for cracks in the pavement. Up above, aliens hover, making home movies for the folks back home. Of all these weird creatures who lock up their spirits, drill holes themselves and live for their secrets. They're all swoop down in a country lane late at night when I'm driving. Take me on board their beautiful ship. Show me the world, yes, I'd love to see it. Tell them the facts, but they never believe me. They think that I'd finally lost it completely. I'd show them the stars and the meaning of life. They shut me away, but I'll be alright. Alright, they're
I'm not mad at the low octave thing. I kind of want to hear just the voices there. Like what I'm thinking I'm going to do is build up harmony vocal tracks pre-recorded only on that section for that verse. It sounds cool in my head. So it shows up after here.
Tell all my friends, but they never believe me. They think that I finally lost it completely. I'd show them the stars and the meaning of life. They shut me away, but I'll be alright.
I think if I put like some effect on it, it could be cool. It's not a bad idea, but with the current settings, it sounds a bit like 45 RPM record on a 33. I think what I need to be very mindful of is I shouldn't do harmony or vibrato in my voice when I do it. It makes it a bit more complicated. And maybe like pronounce my consonants less, just more like vowel shapes. But I've been wanting to know what that would sound like, so I wanted to just do it. It was so funny seeing you guys' reaction in the chat. It was like, what? What is she doing? All right, y'all. I'm going to take another break real quick, if that's all right. And when I come back, I figured we'll go back to playing some more violin, see how that feels, and, go from there. Thank you again, everybody, so much. I've been working through some mental health stuff recently, and I feel like with this I've been able to have something to focus on and something to continue to build, and it's made having a purpose, you know what I mean? And that purpose is really pushing me along. Bring us back a kimchi update. He's probably still going to be in that bed. I'm going to try and give him a little pet under the chin, and he'll meow, is probably what's going to happen. I get so nervous saying hi to him. Okay, I can do this. Thanks, everybody. I'll be right back. Kimchi's good. He is all curled up. I put a blanket over the bed and he is just nuzzled up in his little bed and everything. Gave him some pets. And I can't tell if he likes it or not. He'll do like a little mew, but he did close his eyes and kind of lean on the side, so I think that's good. I just want to make him purr. That's my big thing. I want to get this cat to purr so badly. He's so small. He's much smaller than, Julia, what's up? If you were going to be on much longer, I was thinking of getting you. Most of you guys know Julia by now, but in case you do not, change that. She's a fabulous violinist who I'm very lucky to have as my own teacher. And we have our lesson tomorrow, new time. Yes, I've been practicing, working on it. Doing my long tones every day. I actually just went downstairs to check on my new little kitty I just picked up yesterday. His name is Kimchi. He's 4 months old. He is so tiny. And it looks like he has a bit of a cold. He's been all kinds of boogery and sneezy. Yeah, Kimchi. I've had some mixed reactions to that name. People are like, cabbage? I'm like, yeah, Kimchi. It's just fun to say. But I've been checking in on him. He looks like he's not sneezing. He doesn't have as much like boogers and stuff going on today. I think he might have just been really stressed. But went to go check on him. He's doing good. Let me know if there's a song I can play for you, Julia. I'd love to. I've been admittedly a bit nervous though today, just like, checking in on him, and he's still really shy and really, really nervous and cautious, and he hasn't eaten yet, so I've been a little worried today, but I'm just keeping an eye on him. He ate some treats out of my hand, so that's good. But anyway, let's play some violin. I think I want to do One Summer's Day. For Foggy Minor, thank you for that follow just now. Have a nice day, Julia. questionable moments there. That's okay. Y'all, if it's okay, I kind of want to end today here, I think. I've admittedly been feeling kind of a little off today. I'm just, I think, way too worried about this new little kitty. I just hope he's okay. So I'm gonna stop here for today, but I will be live again tomorrow evening for anyone who wants some evening music. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and I also go lay on the floor and watch him. Yeah, I'm just gonna go cuddle up next to his little bed. But let's take a look at who we might want to be rating. Thank you for letting me always come on camera exactly as I am, if that makes sense. You know, I sometimes feel a little bit of that, like, pressure to always be, like, I don't know, like, upbeat and engaging and entertaining on stream. But, you know, I'm just kind of working through some stuff right now, and it's just really nice to know I can still come on and not have to hide that. I never want to, like, bring you guys down, so I feel kind of bad being this open about it. I've just been having a hard time. But I'm okay. And I know that things are only going to keep getting better, you know? Okay. I'm going to raid Henry Violin. Since we had Julia raid us, I feel like it's only appropriate to keep the violin work going. Oh, I spelled his name wrong. Henry Violin. Thank you, Kate. Again, like, I'm okay. I've just been really struggling with the depression as of late, but I know it will get better. Thank you, Zeri. Now I just awkwardly have to wait for the raid to go. Thank you again, everybody.